this straight? It seems like it's a little crooked.
It is, but it should be fine on the...
I guess it won't matter because that will look probably straight to people. Hey, hi, hello everyone. Deck and Dice here, and we've got a booster box of the new set, Rise of the Floodborn. Kevin, are you excited?
I am pretty excited. We got a sneak peek last night.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, hopefully there will be a video on the channel about the time when this video drops that is a little bit of a vlog style of Kevin, Charlotte, and I going to our local game store. Cameraman Kevin is with me and Charlotte. And we're here to do a release day draft for Rise of the Floodborn. And doing a pre-release draft, that was super fun. I opened my first Enchanted. That was really exciting. But yeah, I'm super excited. Thanks to the local game store here in our hometown, Dragon Egg Games, for providing us with some product, and they gave it to us at a reasonable price, which is hard to come by for Lorcana. Okay. So if you look at the box, there's a few things different from the first chapter boxes. Namely, we have some security tape to try and stop people from ripping people off, I guess. At least they're trying. Okay, let's get at this. I'm excited to open some of the new set. We've got 24 packs. Kevin, are we going to open an Enchanted?
We can't open another Enchanted. We already opened our
I
Enchanted.
opened one last night.
So two different boxes are open on the table.
Oh, shoot. There's a...
Oh.
Well,
Ooh,
at
I
least
like
I'm
that.
passing it to you.
Oh,
A legendary and an Enchanted in the pack.
Oh boy.
Sick.
that's sick.
I am very happy that I finally opened an Enchanted, but I really wish I did it on video for you all. Hopefully there's some video. Kevin was too busy ogling all of his new cards to shoot too much, so hopefully we have footage of it. We'll find out.
I was enthralled by the popsicle.
Okay, here we go. What are you hoping we open, Kevin?
Where we open? Here.
No, what we open.
More Milan.
We've got Cobra Bubbles as our first rare, Falling Down the Rabbit Hole as a rare, Foil Uncommon Launch. So I don't know too much about this new set yet.
I feel like a launch is a good card if you have a lot of items, because that's a lot of damage. It does 5 damage to opponent if you banish an item.
You opened that and played it in your draft deck last night, right?
I did, but I only used it once because I didn't have that many items.
What was some of your favorite cards in your draft deck?
Popsicle for card draw and heals. Nick Wild, just to get the Popsicle back out of your discard. And I really enjoyed Cinderella.
This is the Popsicle card that
Yes.
Kevin is talking about. It's pretty good and limited. I don't know if it'll see any constructed play, but it's kind of fun that the Zootopia characters all have some amount of synergy with the Popsicle item.
Yeah, I think Judy has you discard the item and you gain something. Like you draw a card, I think.
You also had a bunch of the I'm Stuck card in your deck too, right?
Yeah, I did. I don't think I've ever I didn't actually play it against somebody. I think I just inked it because it was a very good ink, I think.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you're playing limited, you're opening 4 packs of cards and there's 12 packs or 12 cards in a pack, and you'll build a 40 card deck. And so essentially 8 of the cards that you draft will come out of your deck and you only play 40 of them. So it's pretty important to grab as many inkables as possible because generally you're going to be cutting some of the weaker uninkables out of your deck. Another Popsicle. We got Mrs. Judson, Cinderella rare. I think the Cinderella is pretty decent. We'll see. Oh, our first foil rare, Mickey Mouse. It is kind of a silly card. We'll see how it does. All of the new set cards are kind of complicated in my opinion, so it's hard to tell what's going to end up being like all stars for constructed and what might be kind of more of a miss at this point. And I think it, like right now we're opening this on release weekend and the prices are all like pretty flat, where there's not really any cards that are super expensive, but they're all kind of like worth a little bit of money. And I think once people start building with the new cards, we're gonna kind of see the prices expand, where you'll see some cards being worth, you know, kind of that 40 to 60 range, and then a lot of the $10 to $5 cards dropping more to just like $1 or $2 if they aren't playable.
Can you adjust your mic so it's tilted slightly towards your mouth instead of flat across your chest?
Sure.
Go like that.
Okay.
Where would you be without me?
With less audio quality. I had this in my draft deck last night, Perplexing Signpost. It was terrible. This might actually be good in constructed and have some synergy with decks that have like cards that do something special when they first enter, but it was not good in limited. Don't play this in your limited decks. That was a mistake. Super rare Raya and a foil Tigger. I really like the art on this Tigger, little superhero Tigger. I think it's really fun. We are not able to build the Minnie Mouse puzzle yet.
I was able to build all my 4 packs yesterday. I got one of each. I didn't have to borrow any, which is pretty awesome.
Lumiere. Strength of a Raging Fire. Oh, another foil rare, Gaston. I think Gaston actually seems decent. We'll see. Again, it's super early to know what's going to end up being really good in the meta and what's going to be a miss. Do you have a favorite card from the new set at this point in time, Kevin?
Hypnotizer's really nice. I really like, what's that first tech card that you got there? It's on the top.
Nothing to hide?
Nothing to hide. That was a lot of fun. Because it just allowed, you to see your opponent's hand.
Oh, another foil rare. We're getting a lot of foil rares. Foil rare Lumiere, Prince Charming, and Madam Mim. Lots of rares, no legendaries yet. Hoping to hit a legendary pretty soon. Got a couple super rares, but. Oh, super rare Cogsworth. This was also in my limited deck and it was strong. It really kind of helps you be able, because in limited you're going to do a lot more challenging than you'll probably do in a constructed battle, and essentially giving your characters a little bit of a shield really helps. And then we got our first legendary Mufasa. Oh, wrong with pile. Piles are hard for me to do.
I did like that Merlin there, the squirrel. That was kind of nice. It enters play, you look at the top card, put it on the bottom of your deck if you don't like it, or leave it there. But when it leaves play, so if it returns to your hand or anything like that, you can do the same thing again. I had somebody do it like 4 times in one turn. It was really good.
So one interesting thing, there's I think 3 Merlin cards in the set, and all of them have that theme where they do something when it enters and something when it leaves, and it's kind of cool. There's a lot of really cool flavor in this set. Super rare, Grand, is it Pabby?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Namari, super rare, and then a foil Peter Pan's dagger. We're getting a lot of super rares. That's pretty nice. Hoping we hit an enchanted. So I at least hit 1 enchanted for a video for you guys.
Realizing that was just blaring a fan, since we don't have noise canceling going.
Little John. Peter Pan's Shadow. Charlotte had this in her deck last night and it was pretty strong.
She won against you once, right?
Yeah, we went 2-1 in games. I did end up winning the round, but over the 3 rounds, both of us went 2-1, and I got second place and she got third place just based on tiebreakers. So overall, I would say we all did pretty good. Kevin
Was in the 11th out of.
finally won a game of Lorcana and broke his
I won 3
winning
games.
streak.
I won 3 games. It was amazing. I felt so good.
Here's the Minnie Mouse puzzle if you wanted to see it. Kind of like Brave Little Tailor a little more, but it's pretty cool. I like that they do this.
I wonder if the next one's going to be Donald, and then the next one's going to be Goofy to get the original 4. Like
That's a good question.
characters. Just throw shit at me, why don't you?
That's my favorite thing to do. Dinner Bell, Super Rare Yzma. I had someone play this against me and kind of wreck me. This card's pretty strong. And a foil, hey.
I do have some temporary sleeves if we ever find something good that we can just throw in.
We're never gonna open an enchanted, don't worry about it.
I sleeved all my cards when I got home last night. Oh yeah, I played with my cards unsleeved and everybody loved me for it.
Ugh.
Just shuffling my deck, bending the cards,
Oh,
chipping the corners.
Kevin, you just like destruction, don't you?
You know, I just love to watch the world burn.
Okie dokie. Christopher Robin. I don't think I've even seen that card. That's kind of cool. Super rare Arthur. Oh, and a foil rare Little John. I love the art for Little John. I don't think the card's very good, which makes me really sad because I would love to play this card.
Is that he's laying in a river?
Yeah.
Isn't that more of a Baloo thing than Little John?
I
I mean, they're both bears.
and they're the same voice actor, and I think there's even some scenes in Jungle Book and Robin Hood where they copy the animation for them both, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, they probably did. That's probably easy.
Disney did that a lot with movies at that time. It's kind of, if you look it up on YouTube or something, you can see a lot of scenes that have the same stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's just gonna be a jump cut
That's fine.
to the overhead.
Another Merlin, foil uncommon Rhea. Some things that I've been seeing online are people are a little bit disappointed that the Rhea cards aren't a little stronger. And I can kind of agree with that sentiment. I think a lot of people were excited that we got Rhea and the Last Dragon in this set, but the cards don't seem great. At least for Rhea.
They don't have any synergy with anything else, or they're just
I don't
done?
know. Again, I haven't really looked much at the new set yet, and so I'm not sure at this point. Minnie Mouse, super rare Lady Tremaine. I had this in my deck last night too. Super strong. Probably won't see playing constructed just because it's an uninkable, but it was pretty great in my deck.
It's an uninkable 6. That's a lot.
Yeah, but you have cards like the Maleficent Dragon and Be Prepared that, well, Maleficent Dragon was inkable, right? Well, it's Be Prepared that's uninkable.
Yeah.
And Be Prepared's still a great card, so.
That's fair.
But Be Prepared's on a different power level than Lady Tremaine. Chief Bogo, I'm really curious if there's gonna be a Floodborn deck that uses this card. He's uninkable, but doing 1 damage to your opponent's creatures each time a Floodborn enters, that could be really strong. I'm not sure how many Floodborns we have that are playable right now, but I'd be really curious if someone finds a synergy deck with Chief Bogo.
It feels like you just get free damage, even if it's just 1 time. Like you get 1 damage to all your creatures.
Yeah, and I mean, if you start wiping your opponent's board that way, I think it can just be super valuable. We've only hit 1 legendary in this booster box so far. Little bit disappointed. Would like to hit a couple more. Noi, Madam Mim, and Basil.
Great master deck for the greatest movie of all time. Fight me.
That movie gave me so many nightmares as a child. We're getting down to the last 7 packs. Still just with 1 legendary. This has been a little bit of a sad box. I don't really know the prices off the top of my head, so I don't know if we're doing really good or not, but I would imagine we're struggling a bit because of the lack of legendaries. Super rare King Louis and Grand Duke rare. Some of the uncommons right now are actually pretty pricey. It'll be interesting to see if that holds up. And it'll also give cameraman Kevin a little more work to do where he has to actually look at the uncommons. I always like giving him more work personally.
If only I didn't do some pre-work and making my job easier. Haha!
Dragon Gem, super rare, the Queen. Ooh! Foil Dopey. The 7 dwarfs are kind of fun. I don't know how playable they are, but it would really warm my heart if there ends up being a 7 dwarfs deck.
I was watching a video about somebody talking about how all the 7 dwarves and Snow White like synergize really well with each other.
Yeah, there's some really good synergy, and they're all fine cards. I don't know that they're great though. This card I am super interested in. It's uninkable, but 2 cost 3 lore. That seems like it could be really powerful in an aggressive deck. So
especially
I think this Pinocchio
play with like a bodyguard, so like people can't attack it.
Yeah, I think this card's gonna see some play. And we finally got another legendary. We got Beast. I think there's 2 legendaries Beasts in this set. I think there's the Steel one, and then I think there's also an Amber one. Foil Happy. We might be able to foil out the 7 dwarves here. Okay. I know we just hit a legendary, but I'm gonna complain if we don't hit 3 legendaries, so let's hit 1 more at least. Super rare the Queen. Super rare Cinderella. I think that this is probably just like the strongest card in the set right now. I'll be really surprised if this doesn't see play. Resist seems like a really powerful mechanic.
Oh, it is.
And this just seems like a really difficult card to deal with.
I was playing a game last night and somebody had resist 1 from an item to give to any character, and it would just completely like negate like damage. And he kept putting it on 1 that already had resist 1, so it stacked. So it did -2 damage on everything. I couldn't kill him.
We've got Teeth and Ambitions, super rare Mickey Mouse. I think we got a foil of this Mickey Mouse. And then Owl. I love this Owl. It's just another goon card where it's a 1 cost 2/2 that does 1 lore, which those are constructed playable. You'll probably want some amount of those in all of your decks, but I just like Owl as a character, so this is really fun for me. Okay, down to the last 2 packs.
That's from Winnie the Pooh, right? Owl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Winnie the Pooh in general. The Winnie the Pooh wizard card is my favorite art from this set. Little honey wizard. He looks so cool. They made a playmat of that card, and I think I might pick it up. It's pretty sweet. Mulan. I like this card. We already have an Amber Steel Songs deck, and this card seems like it'll slot in for that. Oh, we did it, another legendary. Okay, I'm not gonna complain then. Madam Mim. Madam Mim, this is one of the most expensive legendaries in the set. It's not the most, but it's one of the more expensive ones. It's an evasive that taps for 4 lore. It costs a lot, but it has a lot of stats. I think this just has to slot into the Ruby Amethyst control deck. Before we kind of saw them playing the Brave Tinker. It's the Mickey Mouse card. Do you remember what it's called, Kevin? It's like the Brave Tinker Soldier.
I think that's it. Brave Tinker Soldier Tailor?
Spy.
Spy?
Pretty sure this card's just better. And there's also a chance that bouncing your creatures can end up as like a big bonus for you too. And then a foil, so a good second to last pack. Here's hoping that we get some good last pack luck. majestic's, and another foil dwarf. Okay, kind of a disappointing last pack, but overall, I would say it seems like we did pretty good on the box. I don't know. Do we want to do a wrap up, Kevin? Like, the prices are still pretty volatile right now, so I think we're just gonna end it here. We got 3 legendaries, which is pretty sweet. And then we kind of missed a couple of the bigger legendaries that you would want to hit, like Belle, Archer, and Alice. But we also got a pretty big pile of super rares. So yeah, hopefully we made a profit. Whether we did or not is not a huge deal right now because we're going to be calculating all these prices with pre-release prices. So subject to change essentially. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Anything else, Kevin?
Take a tunnel, take a tunnel.
Take a tunnel, take a tunnel. Okay, no, I don't want it. We're gonna get another copyright on our video.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
We're such bad singers. There's no way copyright detection could tell what we were even trying to sing.
They were saying big a tunnel? What's that?
Big tunnels.
Big tunnels.
We like tunnels.
Yeah, we do.
What?